What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to 3-Star Draw. I am Down South 77, and this here is an adult collector channel where we're usually talking G.I. Joe Classified, but sometimes, like today, we'll talk about some other stuff that I like too, and that is exactly what we're about to get into. This is also the second intro video that I have filmed wearing this shirt. I got a lot of stuff sitting here, and I'm trying to do it all at once. You got to compartmentalize this stuff. You know how long it'd take if I got up and changed shirts between everything that I got to show that I picked up? It'd take a minute. So you guys are going to have to look at John Deere for a few minutes. So we're going to be talking about the Toylanta Operation Monster Force exclusive Lieutenant Griffin, the Eraser, the Optically Compromised version, this translucent version that they did for Toylanta for an exclusive to go along with the Joe Fest exclusives of the translucent Forgotten King and Dracula. So I do already have this guy open because he came in a bag, and there's not really a lot of packaging to show you guys how he's packaged. He's just thrown in a bag with a cardboard thing stamped over it like an old school roll of caps or something that you'd get at the convenience store. Fine. Not fine, he was still regular price and he didn't come with the fancy box, but I get it, show exclusive. I'm probably going to wind up throwing him, waving him around. Anyway, he looks cool. I hadn't really posed him. I hadn't really put all the stuff on him. So we're going to go ahead and look at him, look at all of his accessories, see how he looks beside Dracula and Forgotten King, because I hadn't got them yet. They're right there, so I'll have to grab them and get them over here, and we'll take a look at this dude because I like purple, I like translucent, and we're also going to find out if he glows in the dark. I don't think he does, but we're going to look. Let's do that now. Get us a good look at Lieutenant Griffin here. I'll get some more light on in just a second. I just didn't want it reflecting on this card. This is the card that he comes with that is on his bag. All this comes in. I got rid of that bag because everything else has its own bag. And look at the back, and it actually does tell a little bit about him if you want to pause it. This is a different bio for this guy than what the regular version says on the Fresh Monkey page on Big Bad Toy Store, because I looked it up because I wanted to know his backstory, and this one is actually different. Now, I mean, it is, and it's the same guy, but this one tells about this one. So there you go. Pause that if you want to read it. So let's go ahead and get us some lights on here, and we will look at everything he comes with first. I like to do that, get that out of the way. Does have his tombstone here, Monster Force tombstone that you get with all of these guys in the same translucent. Does double as a stand. I like these. This is a nice inclusion. Even if you're somebody that doesn't like to use stands, it's cool to set these up in a display behind them. I think they look really neat. So he does come with several sets of hands. Fresh Monkey Fiction loves their hands. Thought Joe's love their hands. So he's got a set of grippies. He has a pointer for the, no, I guess that's a trigger. That's a trigger finger pair. Then he has a pair of punching hands. And then the set that's on him, which is a kind of a gripping hand, not a trigger finger hand, just kind of a more like a C hand. This one does not have an individual trigger finger on it. Now, he does come with quite a bit of stuff. These guys do, that's kind of their thing. Both of these did. Of course, Forgotten King come with more than Dracula, so I got these guys out since they all kind of go together. I guess that's going to be Fresh Monkey's thing for exclusives, is translucent. So this was cool. He comes with an extra shoulder harness, the shoulder rig for his pistol. Thought that was neat, and this stuff's all really, really flexible, as you can see. So that stuff looks good. It does come with 2 pistols, a larger one and a smaller one. I think this is the same ones that Declan Van Helsing came with. They look good. I mean, there's not a whole lot to them, especially the little one. It's like a little 380 backup or something, and then the bigger one's got some nice detail on it. It's got some nice sculpting on it. It's like a 45 or, you know, something along those lines. It does come with the little circular pieces that go around the bottom of the cuff at the hands to hide that gap. That's all the rage these days. It does have a knife. Just a basic little kind of K-bar style knife. And there is the sheath for it. It does have the peg. See what that looks like in there. So get an idea of knife and sheath for that. And I thought this was really cool. He does come with this M4, and this is not the same one that Declan comes with. I couldn't remember. I had to look at him. All translucent. I thought the fact that they did these weapons, like just seeing a weapon like this in translucent, was really cool. Just a neat touch. You get your magazine, goes in there nice and snug. That's just so cool. All of it is completely see-through, and then it does have a suppressor for it. And I don't think, nope, it's not going on the pistol. I mean, I knew it was not for the pistol. I just wondering if it might be interchangeable. You know, the end of the barrel's got little grooves. This is almost like a octagon looking thing. So I think that looks really good. I'm sure this weapon comes with somebody else. I don't know. I've only got these guys and a couple other ones. So let's take a look at him himself. Now, this is the first time we see this sculpt, because this regular version is a Series 2 figure coming out later this summer, we hope. You never know. So he's got these goggles. He does have the wrap on this head. This is the Invisible Man, or he's actually a descendant of the Invisible Man. Got this harness. I'm getting radioactive Snake Eyes vibes from this guy. They're going to look good on a shelf together when we get that Snake Eyes in a few months. So over here, looks like he's got some pouches. Got another knife that all this is sculpted in. This knife is not removable here. And it's seems like it's a little harder plastic, but I guess it should be. And then got these little shoulder where you can adjust the harness, the slips. Here's the back of his vest. I keep calling it a harness. It's whatever, molly pack rig. You got, looks like some, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a plate or what, but, and then you got a couple more pouches back here on the back of the belt. And then on each side you do have the peg in where you can put the knife. And I just realized, so the holster over here for his pistol, that's going to be for the larger one. And it does slide, so it's on there really well. Like, it's not really moving around. This plastic here, this translucent here, does seem a little smoother. Not quite as much texture there, but this part's smooth. Either way, this stays up really well. It does have the thigh cut there. Does not have boot. It's rockers. Goes down. He's got the knee pads. Get your double jointed knees for him. Hit the camera there. Let's see if we can fix that a little bit. Always got to do something crazy with the camera trying to get up close on these. This moves. Now this to me feels like a little bit better plastic than these. This feels like a little sturdier plastic than these two were, so I don't know any history or any reason that may be, but it just feels like it could just be me. So of course you can see all the pins and stuff in there, but I mean he's see-through, come on. Does have some wrist guards here that don't appear to come off. So there's the hands that he does come with. And there's not really a whole lot with no paint apps that you can really tell about him. More of the texture down here. Get his shoes. And you got some purple K-Swiss or something. They actually kind of do look like K-Swiss. So there he is. Not a whole lot to tell. I just now realized that the goggles come off, so we learned something together. I've not watched any reviews on this figure, obviously. I didn't know those came off. So underneath you can kind of see some eyes in there. Be interesting to see if that is clear or what that looks like under there. It'll probably just be painted black. This guy's cool. He's not somebody that I don't have this guy pre-ordered. So I'm wondering if you can get this harness off of him, because it's not going that way, I don't think. Ain't going that way. So I'm wondering how you set the shoulder rig up for him with the harness. So I'm looking for a snap. Declan's has snaps. There we go. Answers that question, huh? Or it has a snap, I guess. So this plastic's pretty flexible, so we'll take that off. You don't have to remove the head for it. You better look at that if you want one. And then underneath, he's just wearing like a one piece. You got a little texture back here on the bottom. This is more of a smoother texture here. Not really much to it. It's just like he's wearing some sort of undershirt or Under Armour or something like that. So let's see if we can get this on him. This one may or may not take a little more doing. Nope, not bad. I like this. This is really cool. This actually fits on him better than I thought it would. I kind of like this look better. So this guy is a hitman. That's his, the Eraser. So that's his gig. He was, one way or another, I'm sure probably says in here, I haven't read this yet, he wound up in the service of the Forgotten King. He was a good guy, and then somehow the Forgotten King got his grips on him, so now he works for him. I think he has some sort of a life-saving medicine he has to take, and they didn't hear from him for a while, and then all of a sudden people started turning up dead, so it was assumed that he started working for Forgotten King. So that's kind of the backstory. I like that. I actually like this. I always like these chest rigs, shoulder holsters. I've got one. I just always did dig those. Got that old school, like, detective kind of feel to it. So I think he looks pretty good. Let's see if we can swap out a hand here. That one had come out really easy. Let's find us a trigger hand. And I'm not even going to mess with these. So they go in around the pegs like that. You know what they do. I'm not going to put those on because they're going to be really easily lost. They're going back in a bag. Do have the rockers here, vertical rockers on his hand pegs. Goes in super easy. These guys kind of hold guns a little weird. They're weapons by the time you get everything in there. This one's a little better than Declan's. And of course, these are way, way more posable with the translucent. They're generally more posable than Joe's as it is. Let's see what other hands we may have. Let's put this one on and see if we can get him a little more two-handed on that weapon. So you won't have any problem doing that with him, getting him into a firing pose. Now, I don't think this hand is actually the one that should go with this, but it does work. So you can see once you kind of work it around and loosen things up, he's going to hold that. This is the C hand, the one that was on him. I want to try this one real quick and we'll see just quickly. This one does have the vertical, so maybe this one will work better if you can get his hand open. Even being translucent, this hand is still really tight, so I'm pretty sure this is probably the one that you're going to want to use. I just like the splayed, open fingered hands. I don't know what it is, but I always like those hand poses for stuff. Their thumbs already being pre-bent is a little kooky on these. But yeah, that's the one that you're going to want, I suppose, to hold it a little bit tighter. So you get these Monster Force guys into some super good poses. No problem getting him to stand or anything like that. I do have, I think my Declan, I think it's my Declan that has a little bit of a weak ankle. Even these, no, it's not Declan, it's one of these two. But as I said, this feels like a sturdier plastic. This translucent's already a whole lot more pliable. So there is your eraser, Lieutenant Griffin, Toylanta exclusive. I do like him. Should you pick him up? That's up to you. Do you want to pay for the exclusive, and do you need this guy when the painted version's coming out? These were the first ones that we saw of these figures that anybody got to hold, and they're great, but they are translucent and you don't get all the detail because of the paint. This guy's going to be the same way. So if you're trying to keep up the theme of all of the translucent guys, you're going to want to pick him up. If not, I don't think I would spend extra money for the show exclusive part unless you're a completionist and you just got to have it. I'd say wait for the painted version. But I am trying to get all of these exclusive guys. I do love some exclusive. So I'm going to get the lights and we'll see if this guy glows or how reactive he is at least. Not totally dark in here, a little bit of light from the monitors, but more than enough to tell if something's going to glow in the dark. And I've got my UV light here. Got Dracula back there, Forgotten King, who we know glows and glows pretty well. And there is Eraser. He is very black light reactive. And I don't know how well that shows up, but he is very reactive. Shows up mostly white. So let's get the light off and see. Nope, he does not glow in the dark, but man, Forgotten King's got enough for everybody back there, doesn't he? I love that dude. So on G.I. Joe channels, as we say, now we know, and knowing's half the battle. Guys, let me know down in the comments, are you going to pick this guy up? Were you at Toylanta? Did you pick this guy up? He is cool. Let me know what you think of him. Let me know what you think of Operation Monster Force. I think they're all the rage right now. There is some stuff coming that may compete with them a little bit, but I like them. They're pricey, but you get a lot. You just don't get a lot of box with this guy. So, all right, that's the review. I will see you guys next time on 3-Star Draw.